Oh, first of all, by the way, chat, you know when we watched that Kurzgesagt video? We watched that Kurzgesagt video on good news on climate change, and I had a fucking aneurysm saying that it was propaganda and bullshit. You guys remember that? Okay, dude. Liberal! Giving up? Giving up? Excuse me?
To do. But that's not true. You are not doomed. Humanity is not doomed.
Well, yeah, if socialism happens, yeah. Okay, this is absolutely, totally irresponsible to the point of I actually almost want to stop the video. Okay, dude. Liberal! Well, BadEmpanada went back and did a factual debunking of the video. And I just want to, you know, obviously it's an hour. I don't feel like watching it. No offense, BadEmpanada, but I just don't want to watch a video about a video. I'm on the stream. That said, I want to point you all towards this because he did the good work. He deserves the likes. And obviously, like, Kurzgesagt is a massive channel with a huge amount of parasocial simps because that's all everybody is. So I want to send you my parasocial simps to support BadEmpanada in his fight against Kurzgesagt simps, because that's all we can do. Like, I can't force you to like grow brains. As hard as I try, like obviously you all are the smartest simps in the fucking planet, but it is what it is. Like, and he kicked his ass. He kicked his ass. He's based. Kurzgesagt sucks. And you should definitely check this video out. It's an hour, but we're not watching it now. Mike, I'm not a simp for you. I'm a simp for the left. Get over yourself. Okay, good. At least that's, I'll take it. And by the way, chat, whenever you see a politician, be it Kirsten Sinema or Ted Cruz, don't let them have a moment's peace. Use your constitutional First Amendment right to express yourself in a non-harassing, legal way. Non-threatening, non-harassing. Use the law. Follow the law. But express yourself. And then get your partner to express themselves. Then get your friend to express themselves. Then get your co-patron at the restaurant to express themselves. Then the waiter express themselves. Then the cook. They should have a lot of people constantly expressing themselves nonstop. Trev, thank you for the tier 1.
Why did you come here to the convention to take blood money? Why? When 19 children died, 19 children died. That's on your hands. That's on your hands. That's on your hands.
Don't let him sit down and stop talking. Keep talking to him. I wanted to see if he could eat. Be like that drill instructor from Full Metal Jacket. Be in both ears. Lean down. Put your hands on your hips. Tilt back your cowboy hat. Don't allow them a moment's fucking peace. So here we go.
For the Liberals, today's bill is an election promise fulfilled.
As we see gun violence continue to rise, it is our duty to keep taking action.
The legislation would increase penalties for gun smuggling and trafficking, introduce a red flag law so individuals considered a threat to themselves or others surrender firearms to police, and implement a national freeze on the sale, importation, and transfer of handguns. Some municipalities had wanted a handgun ban. Today, they got a freeze on handgun ownership.
In the wake of discussions with those municipalities, it became clear that they didn't feel like they had the ability or the tools to do that. But we made a commitment to Canadians that we were going to take real, concrete steps to strengthen gun control.
Natalie Provost is a survivor of the 1989 Polytechnique shooting. She applauds the move toward a federal freeze.
We will have the same legislation for all Canadians. So I'm very happy for this very good first step today.
But this Edmonton gun store owner says the handgun freeze.
Oh, the gun store owner? Oh God, you know, Chad, we gotta be fair and balanced, okay? You have survivors of mass shootings, you have politicians, you have academics. But on the other hand, the gun store owner, he's got a different view on whether guns should be able to be sold for max profit.
Freeze goes too far and will affect his livelihood.
That's about 40 to 60% of my business. So now I have to figure out if that is lost revenue. I have to figure out how we move forward, how we potentially grow the business, how I keep all my staff employed.
Guns rights groups are also concerned that legal gun owners are being unfairly punished.
You're assuming that stopping the legitimate lawful use of the handgun sport in some way is going to reduce crime and violence, because every credible expert on this topic knows it's not.
Okay, now, Julia, another part of the announcement today was about
every credible expert knows it's not. Citing no one, just bullshit rhetoric. CBC doesn't go, hey, what are those experts that you're talking about? Just let the right-wingers just say bullshit. It's hilarious, though, to see what it looks like in other countries where they don't have Citizens United. They don't have a broken campaign finance system. They don't have propaganda quite as refined and injected into the hearts of every fucking Canadian.
Mandatory buyback program for assault-style weapons.
Andrew, the program will apply to the more than 1,500...
Mandatory buyback program. Say that again. Say that again.
Okay, now, Julia, another part of the announcement today was about a mandatory buyback program for assault-style weapons.
Andrew, the program will apply to the more than 1,500 models and variants of assault-style firearms banned by the government in 2020. In 2021, the government estimated there were roughly 100 to 200,000 of those guns in Canada, though many say that number is low. The government says it's still sorting out the details of the buyback and will consult with industry on compensation, but there's a commitment the program will start before the end of the year. Andrew.
Okay, Julia Wong in Ottawa. Thank you. Now, for some political analysis, let's bring in Rosie Barton. Rosie, let's turn to that handgun freeze, not a ban. What should we take from that?
I think, Andrew, it shows that gun legislation is very challenging. The Liberals had wanted to put in place a handgun ban for municipalities, but it became clear that that was unworkable for cities. They then looked for a solution that would be driven by the provinces, but as the Prime Minister himself said today, that didn't fit either. So given the potential for pushback from various groups, this was really as close as the government felt it could get to a ban. But a cap on the number of legal handguns is not a ban, which is what they had promised. It was likely the easiest way, though, to make this work politically across the country.
Right. And what did you make of the timing of this legislation?
Listen, they had a piece of legislation similar to this before the election that died, so this was going to happen. But it was accelerated because of the mass shootings in the United States. The government wants to show it is acting aggressively on guns, but there is also some political opportunity here. The Prime Minister says he wants to get this done quickly, hopes other parties will fast track it too. We know Conservatives are very concerned about protecting the rights of legal gun owners in this country. But even here in Canada, the recent shootings in the U.S. will make it more challenging for any party to take issue with some of these measures.
Rosemary Barton in Ottawa. Thank you.
Thanks.
So they see like controlling guns as a political opportunity in Canada.
Uvalde school massacre. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is making a push to strengthen gun safety in his country, introducing new legislation that will implement a national freeze on handgun ownership. CNN's Bryn Gingras here with the latest on this. Bryn.
Yeah, John, a stunning proposal. And then, like you said, in response to what happened in Uvalde and Buffalo, Trudeau's proposal puts a freeze on handgun ownership in Canada by not making it possible to buy, sell, transfer, or import handguns anywhere in the country. Now, that includes fining gun smugglers and traffickers and helping law enforcement actually enforce and investigate those crimes. In addition, if this passes, it would be illegal for long guns to hold anything more than 5 rounds. Gun makers would actually be forced to make rifles that way.
So there you go, chat. Freezes the sale, transfer, and import of handguns, fines gun smugglers and traffickers more heavily, helps law enforcement investigate gun crimes, requires all long guns to hold 5 rounds or fewer. Now, I can tell you right now, if you're trying to do a mass shooting with 5-round magazine, that's going to result in a lot fewer deaths. Just objectively, the weapon is a lot less capable. There's going to be a lot more opportunity for people to intervene. This is a very significant change. Very significant change. But it still allows you to use guns for other purposes like hunting. It annoys me when gun nuts act like legal and illicit markets are separate. All illegal guns started life as a legal weapon. Of course.
You can believe that. The proposal would also bar anyone involved in acts of domestic violence or criminal harassment from owning a gun. Now, Trudeau did say, listen, he understands most gun owners use their guns safely, but there is no need for assault-style weapons in the country. This is an issue the Prime Minister campaigned on, and here's more of what he had to say about it.
As a government, as a society, we have a responsibility to act to prevent more tragedies. Canadians certainly don't need assault-style weapons that were designed to kill the largest number of people in the shortest amount of time. Gun violence is a complex problem, but at the end of the day, the math is really quite simple. The fewer the guns in our communities, the safer everyone will be.
And this government has taken action against guns before. After the country's deadliest massacre in Nova Scotia 2 years ago, it banned 150 100 type of military-style assault weapons. Now, handguns make up about 59% of violent crimes that included a firearm over the last 10 years. This is just a proposal, but it has support, and it could be passed as early as this fall, John.
It's in Canada, not that far away. Bryn Gingras, thank you so much.
I mean, they just have a unicameral system. They don't have fucking. So, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about the new gun control regulation in Canada? And is it amazing that they could just do this
today,
instantly?
We're moving forward. We're introducing legislation to implement a national freeze on handgun ownership. What this means is that it will no longer be possible to buy, sell, transfer, or import handguns anywhere in Canada. In other words, we're capping the market for handguns.
So it seems to me that you can, like, if you already have a handgun, you can keep your handgun. That seems to me to be the issue. It doesn't seem like there is any, but you're not allowed to transfer it. Why do people need handguns anyway? If you want self-defense, have a shotgun or a single bolt. The reason why people like handguns is that they're very concealable. So people won't know that you're armed when you have your handgun in your pocket. And then at a moment's notice, you can take your gun out and shoot someone. And everybody will be kind of like surprised. That's why people like the handgun, because you can conceal it and hide it and surprise people and murder them very quickly. That's why handguns are used. You know, they're portable. They're small. You know.
As a further part of this new legislation, we're also fighting gun smuggling and trafficking by increasing maximum criminal penalties and providing more tools for law enforcement to investigate firearm crimes. And we'll require the permanent alteration of long gun magazines so they can never hold more than 5 rounds. These are actions that doctors, experts, and chiefs of police have been calling for years. And we're acting on their advice.
Now, chat, this is America. That was Canada. This is the other developed, this is the other white settler colonial state on the North American continent. Mia, 15, in Alexandria, Virginia, has competed in shooting contests since she was 7. I don't know why you need, I can count, what, 10 AR-style rifles here? We've got another, like, 5 shotguns, 6 pistols, and she's got a terrible towel. We do not claim her, chat. She's not from Pittsburgh. She's from Virginia, okay? We do not claim her. All right? Move on to the next. Joel, 44, and Lynn, 43, in Texas, with their children and 80% of their gun collection. Are these shopped? Am I being bamboozled? Am I being bamboozled? Is this fucking real? The kid has a P90? Yeah, I see that. Hey, Pazzy, thank you for the tier 3. They have all the video game guns. All I know is that this is the house to rob. This is the house to rob, dude. Like, look at all the money you can get. Hypothetically in Minecraft, you know? It's like, if you're gonna raid a house, right? Just wait till they're on vacation. Brandon, 35, in Harvest, Alabama, says he can't wait to teach his young sons how to shoot. This is the one that really got my attention. Former U.S. Army soldier Eric and his partner Morgan in Lake Forest, California. She's 22. Damn, I guess that sea air does a lot, you know, does something different to you. Looks 38 to me, but hey. Also, sell one of your guns and buy a bed, bro. What is this? A twin? This is a double bed? Like, what the fuck is this? This is his mom's house, right? This is his mom's house, right? This is his bedroom. at his mom's house. This is no shot. Like, take one of your guns and buy a fucking Casper mattress. My God, dude. He looks like the type of guy who can't get off unless he's putting a gun to her head. Steven, 66, in State College, Pennsylvania. He says his children will inherit his guns. All right, this is the most State College, Pennsylvania home I've ever seen. So here's the thing about guns in America, chat. They're very easy to get. We just need to go to a couple of these people's houses and just take their guns. It's fine. They're all in the Liberty safe, too. We just come in with a forklift and we're done. David, who lives in Kauai, Hawaii, bought his first revolver after finishing high school. I hate these paint jobs on these cringe-ass fucking guns. Bro, these guns are so unused. They're all factory new. This dude buys these guns, they go in a fucking safe, they never get fired. There isn't a single ding on any of these guns fucking bluing. They've never been carried, they've never been fired. They all just sit in a fucking safe. This is American version of a Beanie Baby collection. They collect dust. Like, look at this shit. None of these have these guns ever been fired? Legitimately, they look brand fucking new. I don't see a single ding, a single scratch, a single scuff of bluing, no holster wear. Every single gun looks fucking brand new. Do they even shoot these guns? Like, what's the point? It's so stupid. Katie, 41, says she moved from California to Texas to escape the restrictive gun laws. I'm pretty sure she just moved to Texas because she had a job or something. Oh, fucking. Also, imagine being from California and dressing like this. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. This is so fucking cringe. Again, if we see any of these guns with any holster wear at all, I mean, these are too far out. We can't really see, but Harder, 33, and his wife Jalen and their children in Poseyville, Indiana. Parker is the local pastor. That's what all your donations go. That's what all the tithing goes for, chat. Fucking cringe. Oh, God. Kitchia, 29, owns the biggest firing range in the Hawaiian Islands. She began hunting as a child. What? Oh, my God. These trust fund baby fuckheads. I'm not going to believe these captions. I'm not believing the captions because fuck the captions. I don't want to believe the captions. Robert Baldwin Jr., Las Vegas, Nevada.
Good morning, Mike.
These bros have like, holy shit, dude. Daniela, Southern Arizona, 16. This looks like the inside of an FFL's. The Marvel movie on the TV is too perfect. Also, this guy's guns are loaded, or at least he has magazines in them. Bro, you have a kid, dude. Don't store your guns like that, man. Are you fucking crazy? He's also got a Vector. This is so fucking stupid, dude. Dude, what's going on with your air? Is this a smoker? Like, what's going on here? Is your house about to burn down? Just 3% of American adults own a collective 133 million firearms, half of America's total gun stock. These owners have collections that range from 8 to 140 guns. Their average collection, 17 guns each. Yeah, see, family annihilators. It's important to highlight that in an estimated 95% of the cases, the perpetrator is the head of the household and a male. In almost every case, the familicide is premeditated. The perpetrator views his family members as property, such that he maintains the right to end their lives. Regardless of motive or history, this typically stems from the belief that they are solely responsible for their family's needs. Perpetrators need to maintain their masculinity, which is tied to the family unit, as well as control and power over their family members. When these factors are threatened, they act out against the family violently and fatally. When fearing abandonment, offenders adopt a Medea complex. If I cannot have them, no one can. Exemplified through the murders. Majority of these offenders are between 30 and 50 years old and use a firearm as their method of killing. Typically, child victims are the biological offspring of the offender. Additionally, after the murders, about half of the offenders committed suicide. Jesus Christ. Most of these collections are crap. It's just endless variations on a handful of weapons. It looks like my collection of 500 contemporary hammers from Home Depot. So fucking boring. Yeah, that's such a good point. Most of these collections are like, I have 10 ARs. I have a 45 caliber pistol. I have a 9mm pistol. I have a 40 caliber pistol. It's so boring. That's such a good point. Ugh. So far, the only person I think is actually not too brain damaged is a 66-year-old guy from State College. The vast majority of his guns are collectibles and old revolvers / long guns from 100 years ago. His collection is pretty cool. Yeah, that's an actual collection and not a freak. Ugh. Like, look at my 8 Glocks and 10 ARs. Ugh. But Mike, one is a slightly different color. Yeah. In my country, a guy turned in his assault rifle to the sheriff for destruction. He was going to get rid of it after the shooting, but didn't want it on his conscience if it was used in another shooting. Fucking Christ. America is truly amazing. You have an obligation to like, comment, and subscribe.